typo. Welcome to movie night. I am Jared. I'm here with Robert. Shazam!
Shazam! Or as I like to call, proof that you can do a comic book movie that's completely original.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about Shazam: Fury of the Gods. This is the DCEU movie, particularly among the last batch, that was royally screwed by the marketing.
Oh, big time. But would you agree with my last statement? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is the proof. Because I really can't think about it. I can't think of a comic book based movie that didn't go completely off the mark. I mean, that actually told such as fully of an original story. Like, absolutely zero reference to anything that's happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the characters.
Yeah, exactly. So you have like the villains of these movies are like the Daughters of Ares, completely original characters. And I'm like, at first, I was very concerned at that because I'm like, oh no. When you see them, okay, it's not bad.
Except for one of them in the long run.
One of them ended up being a real pain in the ass in real
life. And the other one, it was too painfully obvious she was going to be the villain just because of who it is.
Yeah. So here's the interesting thing about this movie. So I think Black Adam had just come out at this point. And okay, here's the funny. Yeah. Okay. Atlas. That's the one. Okay. So this is taking. So the funny part is that this movie retcons some stuff, such as who's playing Mary Marvel, adult Mary Marvel, and then what the costumes look like.
Just to be clear, as far as everyone involved has said, it had nothing to do with any of her statements that she has made. The original actress. Right.
Yeah. So then what happens is, the other thing about this movie is, okay, there were rumors that Wonder Woman was going to be.
I did like the fake out. I crack up at the fake out.
The problem is it looks crappy from a CGI
Well, to be fair, it's supposed to be in a dream, so it should look crappy.
Yeah.
That's my justification. So, it's in a dream. How many times do you have dream images that make absolutely no sense and it shouldn't actually be possible?
Yeah, I mean, I could have a dream that Lois is not an annoying character. Anyway, so... Oh, you know it.
I know.
But with this one, see... Okay, so she is in this movie, but here's the problem. So in a movie called Fury of the Gods, she's not in there until the very end.
Yeah, who knows if there was a reason? Was it purely story? Was it scheduling?
Because
to be fair, they wanted it to be a surprise, though, and not take away from the others. That's the thing. I think the issue is if she shows up, she'll take away the spotlight.
Character to bolster his spotlight. Even his first solo movie, it did okay. It didn't do that well.
Oh, that's true. But I think they wanted to. In their mind, they thought we can prove we can stand on their own.
How'd that work out for you?
Oh, it blew up in their face, yeah. But
because here's the thing: this movie would have made a lot.
Hindsight's 2020, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Of course. Yeah. Exactly. But so what's it? So
okay. Basically, the answer to one big thing is, how would we know some of the gods are all A-okay with sharing their power, but after we know all the gods are dead, how would their daughters react, or their children react to someone utilizing their father's powers?
Yeah, and the other thing is, like, this movie. So
they only work in the DCEU.
So the Daughters of Atlas get their powers. What's up, Parker? Because when Billy broke the staff in half, he just threw it in a dumpster. And I go,
I do like that. The end of the first movie stopped the threat, but it opened a bigger consequence.
No, but here's the thing.
Disgraceful.
Just throwing in the dumpster, I gotta be honest.
That is true. You're right.
You wouldn't think.
We got all to get this out of the way. Zachary Levi not reading the room when it comes to the acting performances, especially among his co-star.
So here's the thing about Zachary Levi. So typically I'm
It works in the first movie. It works in the first movie.
This is his weakest performance as Shazam. Here's a perfect example of that. Later in the movie, there's this emotional moment, and it's like Billy says goodbye to his family to go fight. He says Shazam. He turns and Levi's like holding back a smile, but he's obviously holding. It's like when you're on camera and you like broke character. That's what it looks like, and they kept it.
And again, throughout the whole movie, it's like they didn't take into account how much, like Zachary himself didn't take into account that the other actor was putting in a much more serious performance. Again, it was fine for the first movie because he was more younger. The actor had a growth spurt and was actually trying to perform.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way,
yet they didn't correct him on it.
The interesting thing, by the way, the actor who plays actual kid Billy, I could see him playing Nightwing.
Oh yeah, at this point, yeah.
I think he would play a pretty good Nightwing.
Yeah, but I guess Levi is the weak link in this movie.
Yeah, and then so in this, this has.
We're the same dummy given again that one actress.
Yeah, exactly. So we have the Shazam family, and we see they're like hanging out, saving the city. Now, the other thing that's kind of interesting about this, they retcon that Pedro is gay.
Well, they said they did tease it in the first movie.
I looked at it; it's not teased at all.
I know, and I'll be honest. I'm not annoyed by it.
I really don't care because it's not that big of a plot point, but it's like.
And the joke was kind of funny, like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, okay, but
I do like that when he feels like it's a big secret. But it's like, dude,
I love when the Shazam family shows up at like a bridge that's collapsing, and it's like Billy catches the car and goes, "Did I just save you?" And then the woman.
Okay, that was fine.
Screaming, Shazam Jr. catches those two cars, and he goes, "I'm totally kidding. This is so easy."
Again, Freddie
Brody is fantastic in this movie, man.
Oh yeah, if I could say, Mary gets the short end of the stick, and I'm sorry, she's going to college.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I do like the reference to Wonder Woman's secret identity, where he goes, "Does she have glasses and her hair up, and she's a secretary?" I go, that's a reference to when Wonder Woman was the JLA.
JSA, but yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and then Cameron says it doesn't need to be teased, just let it be natural. Darla was
and Darla always stealing the show. No matter which one.
Darla is fantastic at making you believe she's a kid at heart.
Exactly. It's like I would not be surprised if the two interacted with each other, so she could understood. They understood each other. Sure.
But again, Brody as adult Shazam Jr. is my favorite.
Yep.
And what does that say? That he was also supposed to be in Justice League Mortal?
Oh yeah, I know.
He was playing Flash, I think.
Much better here.
I think Wally was.
Much better here.
Yeah, much better. But yeah, he is fantastic in this movie. Again, with the I'm totally kidding.
I know.
Oh, look.
That's so what Freddie would do.
William, you really annoy me with this whole king thing. I'm only kidding, brother. But yeah,
okay, but basically, yeah,
so
they show up and sorry,
need a hero.
Oh yeah, of course. But again, and then Mary did she get drunk? Was that the implication afterwards? Like that was just like
why?
And even then, she's not of legal age. Remember, she's going to college, not he's in college.
21 is the drinking age. Wow.
Now you could say, and the thing is, we could make the excuse of, oh, but she looks like an adult. But again, they're making it, keep it the same actress. You kind of lose that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem with having the same actress play both versions of Mary.
I do kind of get to the degree, it's like she's, because it has been made clear, like in Kingdom Come, that if Billy or Mary reach the age that's matching their physical form, they put it.
Yeah, but they never established
agree with that.
I agree. That's the problem with that.
That's why I'm like, is that what they're going for?
Yeah, it's like,
I
here's
still
the
don't
thing.
like Mary being
Too
older than
many-
Billy.
Yeah, I don't. Here's the other problem with this. Too many creatives. Now, they take stuff from the comics, and that's awesome. I love that, obviously. But they don't explain it in the movie. They need, if they're going to take something like this, at least it's a throwaway line. Just give me a throwaway line.
Oh, the invisible guy. Or the magic pen or whatever that shows up later on.
Magic pen, I love that. That's great.
Especially later on when it's literally writing everything and you're having one of the sisters seriously read it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, let's get some Gator. It's like, she's just reading it so straight.
It's like a talk to text like thing. I love that. That's so good.
But anyway, so the sisters the daughters of Atlas want the power back, obviously. And apparently the wizard didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, which again, did they give the explanation of what happened?
I don't.
Did he never actually die, or was he recreated?
It could be that Savannah thought he died, and he was just like teleported somewhere.
Maybe breaking the staff did it.
Yeah, you could also say that, but yeah, there's not a lot of like explanation.
But it goes to the idea that he thinks he made a mistake, and the daughters want the power back. They want to get the I believe the apple of Discord, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And it's like the idea is that they're going to like restore the like Olympus and the gods to like power, to like prominence.
Right, exactly. Oh yeah, and Billy's dreaming of Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I know. I like this because it's even been in the comics that I think Green Arrow has said that she's Wonder Woman.
Everyone loves her. Exactly. Everyone at least loves her or are in love with her.
Yeah, some more than others. In the case of Superman, I'm only kidding.
I have to say, it's better than Harley.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Granted, it's Margot Robbie, but still.
Yeah, but so, and here's the thing. I do like in this movie where they treat her like she's important.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly.
the thing. Now here's why. While I would have liked if she was like the Coley of this movie, it still kind of works the way they set this up from just in this movie perspective, because it's sort of, when you think about it, shows the effect of Wonder Woman on the world to a very small degree.
The idea of Billy and Mary both thinking they're the leaders makes sense.
Yep, 100%.
Jeff Johns did that. Jeff Johns did that.
Yeah, because Billy would be like, I had these powers longer than you guys did.
And then Mary, I'm the oldest.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
I also did like longer than you guys have, only by a few hours.
Yeah, but I love how in their layer they have like an Xbox TV and all that stuff.
Like
he has like a PowerPoint presentation.
Exactly, but
that's the other thing that this really did well. All the adult versions of these characters, but they still felt like a family.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, we need to bring up the actors that playing the daughters. There's Lucy Liu, Rachel, Ziegler, and
pretty ironic how Gal Gadot's in this movie too, right?
Yep. Oh, yep. And who was the other one? Oh, geez, who?
Mirren, I think. Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren, yeah.
And Shaw,
Helen was
mother.
definitely in the best performance of the three. Lucy was hamming it up.
I loved it. Lucy was like, I'm obviously the villain. Look upon me.
Yeah, again, it was too painfully obvious. And I'll say this. This was one of Rachel's better performances.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I didn't mind her in this, but an idiot.
Before she started believing her own political hype.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, crushing on. Oh, okay, here's the big question. Where do you stand on the fact that she looks like a kid, but she's crushing on Freddy?
I hate that. Okay, can we stop with that plot? Now, it hasn't aged well, and it's kind of creepy. We're like, okay, she looks like a kid, but she's like 1,000-year-old dragon.
Now, Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't translate well at all.
But at the same time, it is a trope that as long as that you get why people go with it.
Because it hasn't aged. It makes her look like a certain file. If you, I'm just gonna say like that.
Yeah. Even if she acts, I mean, yeah, okay. Now, I get that she acts like her physical age, but still.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, oh, I gotta say the act.
I will say this. Yeah, because we get like a wood type dragon in this. Oh, I love where he's confronting the Daughters of Atlas, and he goes, "I've seen all the Fast and the Furious movies, and I know it's all about family. Family, guys, that was a signal." That was my favorite line in that. I love where he goes, "It's all about family, family."
Okay, those were the times where Zachary worked.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I feel like here's the thing about this. I feel like Zachary got like too up in himself. If you think he's like, I'm a DC superhero now, I'm gonna be this big
Life. But again, read the room with the other actors. That's the one thing. It feels like he had no respect for the Billy actor, even though they talk about they do.
It's probably like, well, I'm the superhero. You're the kid. And I go, yeah, but you're playing a younger version.
Yeah, you shouldn't. There shouldn't be a distinct difference at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Because like in story examples like Kingdom Come, they start to meld together.
Exactly.
But again, it's like now my problems with Levi and Shazam actually only come out at the end. That's where I think he was fine for most of this movie until like the third act.
Yeah, exactly. Then you have, but now, yeah, they're planting an apple. Was it an apple, I think, or a seed?
Apple.
An apple, yeah. That's supposed to be leading like a whole lot of electricity and all that. But of course, it's meant to be. It's a case of once it's planted, it's that all you can't unplant it type of a situation.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's city. No one can get in or out. So Billy and the family have to like find a way in there. But I love that we get they're writing a note to like the Daughters of Atlas. With
Exactly.
That is so good.
Yeah, it's like, oh, because I'm Gatorade.
The doors.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got to say, there's a body count in this movie.
Oh, yeah, people die in this.
That one long cut of that woman, that was effective.
Yeah, exactly. So then the Daughters of when we discover that I think her name is Calypso, I know it's Rachel Zegler, was one of the Daughters of Atlas, and again, she's not bad in this movie per se.
You know, it's the cliche of that you need someone to fall for one of the others, so then they can help derail it and talk through. Otherwise,
you need character conflict.
I know.
Character conflict.
Yeah, Lucy's character, one of the sisters, is the most daughters is the most like bloodthirsty. They never explain it. She just is.
Yeah, I know. It's like just because, and I'm like, because.
Yeah,
I think it's funny. So then Billy says he writes a letter to Wonder Woman using that. I would love if it was a deleted scene where we actually see him write the letter. Because I want to see how he would write. What it was like, hello, I like you.
I think you would laugh. She'd be like, oh.
She'd be like, he's a kid. Okay, there you go.
Like, oh, he's a kid. You know, that would explain a lot from what I've seen of him.
Yeah, because at this point, it's implied that Wonder Woman knows who Shazam is.
Or at least knows of him.
Yeah, because it's like he's drawing powers from her father. So it's like, yeah.
Yep. Now, here's one thing I gotta wonder. Why? And so the other three daughters are demigods too, correct?
I think Daughters of Atlas. I mean, if there's
Well, yeah, but why is it in at the very end? Would Diana need to be needed?
Because remember, Ziegler was depowered, and Mia was killed, and so was. And
All right.
Was,
oh yeah. So it's the depowerment. The depowerment. That's why.
That's why.
Position that makes organic sense. Yeah, building sacrifices.
Yeah, I love that, and I do like, by the way, where like as he fights the dragon, his suit gets like charred black, so he's like in a black Shazam suit.
Is he a Black Adam suit?
Yeah, and I love, my favorite shot of the fight scene is when he's charging at the dragon, and the dragon is like blasting fire at him. He's like going through the fire like it's Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like that shot of him doing this, and there's like there's lightning all over. Again, the action scenes of this were really, really good. The other part that I'm not sure I like, but it's like I get it, but the Taste the Rainbow scene.
Well, yeah, but come on, it's Starla.
Yeah, but I'm like, why was that even in there? It's product placement, Robert. Product.
That's true, but again, it's Darla. Just come on, you can't help but be like, okay.
Now, all right. So we get to the end. He sacrifices himself. They go to Olympus, and it's like, okay. So here's the thing. The wizard says we need like only the power of a god. There is one. Now here's where I say the marketing screwed it, because in one of the trailers, I think in the final trailer leading up to it, Wonder Woman is shown in the trailer, and they didn't
and the director hated that.
The director, because apparently Wonder Woman's in this movie. Apparently the jig is up.
I know the director hated that. It's just as bad as don't you just hate that? Just like, let people be surprised.
That WB was not confident in this movie. So they're like, tell everyone Wonder Woman's in this movie now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Technically, Gal Gadot was never on set with them.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
You never see side-by-side shots. What happened was when the camera is on Shazam, it's a body double. When it's on Gal, obviously there's a body double of Shazam.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
It was a scheduling thing, so it's not like they said you can't have Gal in this movie.
No. It was
This was around the time that Gal was getting busy with a few other roles, particularly at Netflix. So yeah, I'm fine with that. I understand that.
Exactly. It's like, hey, just be glad they got her in for a day to shoot it.
Yeah. Well, let me put it this way. I'm glad she was involved in some way, because that would be kind of wasteful if they didn't. But so what Diana does is she like takes the staff, bangs on the ground using her Zeus lightning, and then we see all of the like Olympus opening up, and then Billy emerges from the ground, and I love where he goes, Wonder Woman's here. Why did you guys tell me what Wonder Woman's here? And then I love where he goes, stick to saving the world, kid. I love it.
He puts him down gently.
That's so, but there's a little bit of attitude in there. I love that. Stick to saving the world.
Well, yeah, because I'll be honest, I do the same thing. I'll be like, kid, you're trying too hard, and you're too young for me.
Yeah, exactly. But again, at the very least, okay.
It was.
Why
do you think that was an improv?
I definitely love that. So it's like, for the small cameo, I'm satisfied.
I know. And again, it's the case where you deal with the gods, and it's like, of course she would be involved.
NJ, why would she have resurrection powers in the comics? No, that's not what that was. What
it was the power of the place that brought him back, not her directly.
Yeah, all she did is she started a generator, essentially.
And not herself.
Yeah, exactly. So she doesn't have, because here's the thing: if she actually had the ability to bring people back to life, don't you think she would have brought Steve back?
Exactly.
That and again, I'm just saying that. Just think about that. But so then they leave, and I love where Billy didn't know what his actual superhero name was, and he goes, "What's my superhero name?" And he goes, "Shazam." And then they go, "Oh, that makes sense." I love that, but and then you get like the post credit scene, and I'm like,
okay, that was a cruel one.
Yeah, with the
what a waste of Mark Strong. What a waste.
And the mind and stuff. Wait, she has Olympian blood, of course she gets. Olympian blood doesn't mean she can bring people back to life.
Oh no, because again, you're under the restriction of the other god. Someone back
exactly.
to life willy-nilly. Darkseid can't because he's a new god, and their powers are always ill-defined.
Here's the thing. Remember, she only has like the gifts of certain gods, none of which can bring people back to life.
Well, if you go by that and the classic version.
No, I mean, and here's the thing on that: Zeus does not have the ability to bring people back to life. No, he doesn't. He does not at all.
Oh, you're right. He doesn't.
So it's like none of the gods that have given Diana powers in either origin are the resurrection ones.
That's true. That is very true.
And then, okay, so Robert, for Cameron, what was the post-credit scene?
You seen Savannah is there, just waiting for Mr. Mind, and he finally shows up. And he said, "I've been waiting years. I grew a beard and everything." And then it's like, yeah, it took me a while just to get to one place. But Worm, it's going to take him forever.
Oh yeah, and then there's one more post-credit scene where Harcourt and
that one
show up. Now, this one I kind of liked, where he goes, "I'm about to join the Justice League." No, the Justice Society, and he goes, "The Society." I kind of, because hasn't he been on the team before? Yeah,
he definitely was. In fact, you know why they had to kick him off?
Why?
Because now remember, most heroes do not know Billy. Him and Stargirl knew each other, but they were seeing was Stargirl flirting with an adult man. And that's the point where even Billy said, maybe if I had told him, we'd still be together.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
No. That's the case where Billy is a kid.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. And of course, it is a case where you should have just told him.
Yeah, just these are people that you can trust with a secret identity. Yeah, bro.
But that was something that they played off of, and that's what I'm saying, though. So it showed that the society weren't taking it seriously.
Well, the other thing, you know what that reminds me of? There was an episode of Young Justice where the League finds out that he is like a kid. So I'm like, I could see that happening.
Right. Kind of like when Superman reapplied after his powers changed.
He goes, I have to reapply because this is definitely not the way you're used to.
Yep, and at the very end, we need to be unanimous. Batman, yes, of course, he's Superman. Of course it's yes. You don't, and now leave me alone.
You know what's kind of funny? I wonder if when they do the vote, that's like the shortest vote ever. The like super.
Yeah, forget the fact that Batman just like it's Superman. Of course it's yes. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, it's still you as a character, and then Cameron says, "Oh yeah, Courtney and Billy are usually a couple," and I could see that. Here's the thing, that's a pair I could definitely see.
Better than Adam Smasher.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
But that age gap is, well, it's not egregious.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, so overall with Shazam, let me tell you this. Again, this is another movie that I very much like. Because again, I'm a big fan of Greek myth, and this one, more than the last one, went heavily into
you can tell a pure original story.
Yeah, that's the other part that really surprised me because again, it's like Robert, isn't it a gamble whenever they say we're telling a purely
Oh
original
yeah,
story?
because then you also do leave the little pitfalls that this one kind of had, where it was it feel like they were bumbling a little through it.
Because here's why. Here's why this works. You ready? There's a storytelling principle. You have it. So take the story of Shazam. Replace Billy with Wonder Woman or like another character. Is it still the same story?
Well, in this case, I would say because of the family.
No, every single story. Just take out Shazam and replace him with another character. Is it still the same story? The answer is no.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
That's how you. That's why this works. Because what the creators of this movie did, they took the character of Shazam and built a story around him. Because too many people, when they make an original movie, original story, force the character in within the confines of their story. No, they did the opposite.
They knew the character. They understood the assignment.
So if you understand the character, you can then make, okay, let's make a full around story that builds on Shazam. So I'm like, that's why this works so well.
It only can work in the DCEU given what they set up. But this is the only movie that took advantage of that uniqueness.
Yeah, of the gods being dead. Yeah, exactly. Wonder Woman kind
of... Wonder was the one that set it up.
Yeah, and still, like Shazam 1 was focused on the origin, and there wasn't a third Wonder Woman movie, and the second one does not exist. So there is that.
But yeah, again, this one deserves so much better. But I can also see why it didn't do well, even despite the marketing.
Well, here's why, and I don't blame Gunn per se for this, but it is partly Gunn's fault. Hear me out. When you announce that there's a reboot before these movies are coming out, that community now, should these movies be able to stand on their own? Yes, I agree with you 110%. But the overall general audience is going to look at this like, oh, wait till it's on streaming. It's not going to matter anyway. That's the problem, because he was getting a lot of questions. What he should have said, I know coulda, shoulda, woulda, was, look, we're not making any decisions concerning canonicity. Just go and enjoy these movies right now. We will evaluate that in December.
Now, I will say this, though. I still think this movie would not have done well, even with that statement.
Why?
Because I do think it would have been because look at how the first one did. It did all right, but not the greatest. And I don't think it would have been that great word of mouth with this movie. In fact, there wasn't, I don't think, when it came out.
There wasn't, yeah, exactly. And part of it was...
This is a movie that needs the word of mouth. This is a movie that needs the word of mouth.
Yeah, and I got news for you, Robert. One of the things that people really hated was the, like, dream with the wizard's face on one.
Yeah.
Which, okay, I get it for the character. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Because remember, this was building off the era where WB was just throwing crap at the wall and seeing what stuck, and they thought Shazam stuck. Now, again, Shazam 1 was profitable. I want to be clear on that, but it wasn't that profitable.
It was, and that again, you also had the issue with The Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
I'm positive
exactly.
that they were planning it to be, because of when they showed the seed and everything, it probably would have been Black Adam and Mr. Mind teaming up. But when The Rock put his foot down saying, absolutely not, I want nothing to do with Shazam, that's when they went original.
Yeah, and if it had been anyone else other than Dwayne Johnson, WB would have said that we're not doing the Black Adam movie.
Yeah, but because he was so tied in for years, like even...
I will say, though, if this whole thing had happened after Black, like, let me put it this way. I feel like if they had time to, after Black Adam crashed and burned, they would have told him, nah, you're doing what we want
definitely.
now.
But the fact that these two movies came out so close together.
Yeah, I know. Maybe they didn't have time to, like, adjust or like because it would be significant Adam in the movie as the villain.
Now, here's the thing. I will openly admit, I do not see Zachary Levi as the definitive Shazam.
Honestly, here's the thing.
No, I mean,
the kid that plays young Shazam, he's getting to the age where you could just put him in the costume
and just get a new kid.
And just get a new kid. Yeah, that could work. And he's jacked too, so it actually works.
It could actually work. Yeah.
So it's like, and I love how Levi is trying to get into DC.
You burned it.
News for you. If they bring back Shazam, it's more like
you burnt the bridge on the way out. Not even Gina did that.
Here's what Levi did when when Shazam bombed. First off, he was like, I think, well, at this point, Levi had like been a total like a-hole about like Harold and the Purple Crayon bombing, and he goes, "You should come see our movie. Our movie's a family film." And then this is what really made people, at least in the Snyder fandom, turn against him when he said, "You guys don't even want the Ayer cut. It's not that good. James Gunn's version is better."
I can't love the first movie.
And second off, no one has seen the
and we know he definitely hasn't. Unless he was talking about the theatrical movie.
Yeah, and I'm like, but he said the Ayer cut. That's the problem.
I know, and he probably assumed that the Ayer cut was the theatrical cut.
Because here's why. He assumed he was going to be hang on. He assumed that he was going to be like good because
nope.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, no. Particularly if this movie had done, I think if this movie had done the numbers of the first movie, he would have stuck around.
But yeah, because look at what happened with Blue Beetle.
Yeah, exactly. And again, here's the sad part about these last few DCEU movies. All of them have something of value.
Yeah, this one was continuing on.
Yeah, and it's like Black Adam, I think, was enjoyable to an extent. This was pretty fun. Flash was Flash. Blue.
Yes, exactly. And then Aquaman is definitely the best of this batch. I know I already said this one was Aquaman
is the best of it. It's in the number one.
Yeah, because you need it. I not need it. I say this. It ended on a high note, except for the post-credit scene.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Say that. So that's going to be.
Can I tell you one GIF? I'm so tired of people showing the baby in the microwave, but when they reverse it.
Yeah, I know, and I'm like, that's fake.
Yeah, they make it look like he's putting the baby in when it's like, no, he's taking it out.
That was the funny part. Is like that's actually in the movie.
It's like, no, he put the baby in the microwave to be able to save it. Then it got tossed out, and he took it out. It's not like he's like, hee.
But I will say, what's up, RJ? I do love in that movie when Barry is like is helping with the hospital. He goes, I've accepted that I'm the janitor of the Justice League, but I can't help but notice it's always a bat mess I gotta clean up. I love it. They got some of the interactions pretty well, but it's like beyond that, it's like, and by the best part of the Flash is it canonizes Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yep. Until the end.
No, but I mean, it makes it so of the two movies in the actual EU canon, it's the Snyder Cut.
That's true.
Which I like that. But anyway, but it's like with Shazam 2, this is one of those movies that if I have to rate it, I'd probably give it like a 7.
All right.
What about you, Robert?
I'd agree, actually. 7.5.
It's weaker than the first movie, though. I enjoyed the first movie a little
I have to
more.
say, I think part of the downside is the original story because they were like trying to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said, I'm positive they made the first one with Mr. Mind and Black Adam in mind, but they couldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like because with the first one, first off, you had Levi being reined in a little bit and like actually acting like Shazam, and the fact that it was a smaller scale story kind of helped.
And Mark Strong was the main villain.
Yeah, and so, yeah, Mark Strong is like the best actor at playing
DC villains, especially.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was even good.
Oh, how human!
I love that. I also love when he finally accepts Hal Jordan. He goes, "You're brash, opinionated, what's the word? Volatile. It seems Abin Sur found another just like himself." I'm like, yes, I love that. That's so good. And then raising his arms as the lanterns like shoot the rings in the air. That is so badass. That's why I love that Green Lantern movie.
Yeah, but then he's immediately going on to be a Cinematic Corps man. I hope that was planned to be a flash forward. I should have asked Mark.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so who's your favorite character? Darla. You can't pick Darla because that's the obvious answer.
Freddy.
Yeah, Freddy's my favorite. He's so good.
No, wait. Diana.
Well, yeah, of course. The obvious answer for me. Freddy.
Definitely. Okay, but in all theory of the family, yes, Freddy.
Because I love where he's trying to put the moves on Calypso, and he goes, "Yeah, I know Shazam Jr." And then he like brings her to the roof, switches places, and goes, "Yeah, Freddy told me you wanted to meet me." That is so something Freddy would do.
Well, younger Freddy, yeah.
Well, yeah, and again, it's just I just love all of them except for Levi really gelled with their younger selves.
They really did. I don't know what happened with Levi and the kid Billy. Did he just become too full of himself?
I would think so because like he's like, I'm on the posters, I'm the superhero.
Yeah.
And it's like that's true, but it's like you can't discount your younger self, bro.
And yet behind the scenes he could act like, oh yeah, we were best buddies, but I'm now like, I don't buy it.
I think, yeah, exactly. And he forgot that really you're playing him, not he's playing you.
Exactly. And again, it worked fine for the first movie.
Yeah, exactly. And then Tevye says it's a shame that a bomb. Yeah, exactly. It's a shame. There's a lot of like if Black Adam hadn't performed as poorly, maybe this wouldn't have been caught in the crossfire as well.
I do feel that way. I do feel that Black Adam did kind of hurt this.
Yeah, because it's like when and again, that combined with Gunn saying we're going to do a reboot, yeah, they were like, what does it matter?
But yeah, I mean, with Black Adam, also because it does like, oh, well, if that will do anything to do with Shazam? No? Oh, well.
Yeah, exactly. But overall, I enjoyed this movie. Next week is The Flash. I think it's a good place to leave it. Robert, where can we find you? What we got?
Check out the link down below. I promise I'll be getting the dispatch tonight.
Team Blonde Blazer.
Team Blonde Blazer.
By the way, so my Wonder Woman and Blonde Blazer video, it was slow gaining views, and all of a sudden, overnight, whoop! I wonder why. But and Cameron, we'll be talking about The Flash a little more and talk about why in some ways it deserves some of the hate it gets, but in other ways maybe it doesn't.
Yep, and I'll tell you this, I don't actually hate the fan service scene. I do not hate it.
We'll talk about that particularly because there's one because the CGI looking faces, all you had to do was have Barry say, "Oh man, I was in there and everything looked all wonky." That's all you had to say.
Yeah, exactly. Now, do I think that's the director's explanation is a BS one because he's just trying to save face?
Yeah, but I would believe it more coming from him if he had a line like that in the movie.
Yeah, just put it in. Just had Ezra come in and just loop it in while his head is turned around.
Exactly. Just have it ADR.
You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it yet. Have it ADR. You don't have to have it. Just do a whole new shot. Just have him say like, "Wow, everything looks wonky, like an old PlayStation game."
That's what that version of Ezra would actually say.
Yeah, I know. And again, you just need a shot with his head turned around, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. So as for Comics League, obviously the Flash in about at 9 to 9:30, Britain will be going live to compare Superman and Wonder Woman to Doctor Strange and Clea. Tomorrow I'm in Conrad, and
which I'd say the best part of their run.
It looks great. It's gonna be my first time reading it. I'm excited, but yeah, that's about all I have planned for. But no under 2 capes on Thursday on account of it being Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving! I am very thankful for all of you as my audience. And all right, so let's wrap it up. Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs to General Zod, and Steve Trevor, Steve Never. He belongs 6 feet in the ground. Zoe's the max about for life.